Okay, hey guys, so today we're going to be working on the XPRO Titan 250. We're going to be putting a NIBBI racing carburetor on there, 48 millimeter, and changing the oil as well. But in last video, I didn't get to use the whole video. So last week we took the bike out on the trails up in Island Park, and the sprocket retainer came off, and the sprocket pulled out all the way forward. Chain came off, came back, broke this, and so that's not fun. And then we came back, fixed it, went camping the next weekend, and well, this weekend, and we went. Me and Lexi were having a good time. She was riding her bike, I was riding mine, and just as soon as we got done, like looking everything over and ready to go back and put all of our gear on, and then go for a real ride, my bike dies, and so we had to use starter fluid, and it broke the seals to my carburetor, and it was spewing fuel everywhere. And so we just had to load the bike up for the weekend. It was done, and so I bought the NIBBI Racing carburetor. It is a 48 millimeter. Here's a picture of it, and I've heard really good things about it, but I haven't really seen too many installation videos that are actually even good. So let's give this one a try. Okay, so here we have the other carburetor. I'm not even sure if this is stock. This is the one that came on the stock one, so let me know, because I measured it, and this is a 45 millimeter. So this is only a few inches bigger. And this one's got screws on top, the choke, and it just started pissing fluid. Oh yeah, look, you can see it. You see all the water, the fluid down there. So it started pissing out and everything. And let me tell you, this thing was running decent before it took a shit. But this one, okay, so what I did is I had to customize this a little bit to get this to fit, to make this fit, just so we can have an intake. And so it's all on. As you can see in between here, it has the screw-on fitting, which is really nice because I've actually been on the trail before, and both of these screws fell out, and everything was just sprung out. And oh no, it's leaking fluid everywhere. Shit. But yeah, sorry. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, the thing came out full throttle. The whole to do.
Ew, brother, ew, what's that?
And it was not great, but we got this on last night. Wasn't too hard, so I'm going to show you guys here. So we have the turning switch right here to tune it. It's really close to the bike, and I have a new intake thing coming in for it, so it can actually point the right way. But we got the screw on top, we have the outlet, or just like the vent, and then we have the downward vent right here. I just put it down, make sure to get out of the way of the chain, and then it comes with a fresh filter, and shebang, we got the choke right there again, and it runs really good. I've already taken out for a drive, and before I used to be able to go up in like fifth gear. I'd go, and as soon as I let off, it would go pop, 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 pop. Nothing, none of that anymore. It runs so smooth. It's like, it decells so good, and you could tell that it's a lot happier. It's a lot more peppy, and so we are going to change the oil. And let's see how bad the oil is, because I haven't really changed it since I bought the bike, which was last year. That's my bad, gang. That's my bad. Okay, gotta change the oil. Sorry if the microphone is acting up or anything. I don't really know yet. I won't know until I get done making this video. There we go. But if you guys have this bike and it's like brand new and stock and everything, let me know what's different about mine, because I didn't get this one stock, which I wish I did. Oh gosh. That is some black oil. God damn it, it's hot. This cap is hella hot. It's not too bad. And here's the filter. Looks like we don't got much in the filter, but we'll go clean this out just in case. Okay, guys, so we are back, and we had to go get some. We had to go get some more oil, some 10W40 Lucas high performance motor oil, cause it deserves it, you know, and it's not that much. So we got it right where. Looks like we've just been getting it right where it wants to be, and we should be good with oil. Got some brand new oil. We just did an oil change on that bike, which we probably should do another one because we just bought that one. And I'm pretty sure, let's see how many miles we got on it. Because we bought this one for Lexi, she's my girlfriend, and she has 127 kilometers on that. So, okay, so actually it's kilometers, and it has about 78 miles. So we'll probably ride it a little bit more, and once it gets around to like 100, 150, we'll do it again, and then again at 300, and so on and so forth, you know. Brand new engine. This bike has been amazing, and we haven't really had, the only issue we've had with it, I cannot stress this enough for you guys, when you first get the bikes, I would go get some thread locker, take apart every bolt on this bike, and thread lock it. I am not kidding. And I cannot stress that enough for you guys, because our first drive out, we're up in Island Park, don't have much tools. Lexi's driving. Okay, hold on. So we're on the trail, and I hit a rock really hard, and my tire started to deflate a little bit, and I thought I popped it. And so we went on back on the main road. We're going like 50 miles an hour all the way home, and we get in Highland Park when we're going on the trails to get home to her cabin. She loses all power. She's like, "Oh, my chain fell off," because I had to really get home because my bike was literally going flat. So I went in front of her, and when I noticed she didn't get back after like a minute, I took a different dirt bike to go find her, and I found her, and she was pushing her bike, and she's like, "My chain fell off," and I look, and I see her axle is halfway out on the other side. I'm like, "Oh God." And I came on this side, this plate and this bolt was gone. So I was like, "Oh shit." So we put the bike where it was, and on the side of the road, and we went looking for it, and we only found this piece, and we did not find the nut after many hours of searching, because we went back after to try to go look for it so we can continue riding through the weekend, and no luck. And so I brought this back to the bike, and I threw the chain on. I put the axle in there, and I was riding the bike with my feet backwards, holding it together, holding the axle in so it wouldn't fall out, and I had to do that all the way home. And that was like the main part that really sucked about not Loctiting our stuff. But on the way home again, the next round, we noticed this was flapping when it was being hauled in the trailer. The bolt right here came undone, and I replaced it before we went on another ride up in Island Park again. And now this one, this bolt, dude, can't get a break. So Loctite your shit. And this bike has been very good, but the only downfall of it, it had really stiff suspension, which made it very unpleasant. So I worked many hours adjusting the suspension, letting some air out. That really helped a lot. But the only downfall now is the seat. Is it has like no foam on it, and when you're a big guy like me, oh, I'm not that big, but I'm tall, and yeah, when you're sitting on it back here, you can, let's see if you can hear it. Oh no, you can't. But it like pops in. The plastic actually pops in. So we're gonna get a different seat cover for it and add some foam as well. We got some new graphics on the way for this thing because Lexi wants to add her own touch to it, like I did mine. And if you guys don't know what FBGM means, it means fuck bitches get money. And she told me to put that on there when I was deciding, and now she wants to do the same thing. And we just approved of the graphics yesterday. It should be getting shipped here, and this is what they look like. Yeah, they're really sick, and I'm really excited for her to get them. But the same thing we have to do to it that we did on this bike. We have a nice throttle, so it's really, there's not a lot of play in it, and so you can't really whiskey throttle it. And this is hers. And when your throttle's like this, you're very easy to whiskey throttle it. And so that's not great. As well, the carb is amazing. And I should have done this a long time ago, but I didn't really need to until that one really took a shit. But we're definitely going to have to do it on this bike as well. And I guarantee it will add a bunch of horsepower to this one because this one's already pretty fast. It just has 4 gears, but it could keep up with that. And this thing just mobs on the trails. But a new carb would very much help it because it does like pop like mine did. So it was like you would rev up, you go whoa, and you let off and you go pop 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 pop, and that's what mine did. But now it's really smooth on going down. So that means there was air being introduced in somewhere. So that's what makes it pop. Usually when you have like a slip-on joint, there's air being trapped in there, so it pops, or it's just a tune. And before we even do that, we would have to get this intake part because it's a 2-bolt flange, like you see, and the other one just slips on, which is really nice. But I still need to get the same one so I can actually push the carburetor in the right direction because now I have it forced coming to the left and being really close to my suspension. And it's very tight right here to tune it. And I'm not sure if when we're driving, if it's turning it, because whenever I tuned it here and it was all tuned good, stayed up in RPM and everything, and it could rev freely, I took on a little drive, and as soon as I stopped, shut off. And so I tried tuning it, but while I was driving, it was fine. So that's the only downfall of it right now, and we have a new one on the way. And so, yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I have anything to take you guys on a ride with me. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ah, this freaking took out my head. No pops whatsoever. It does make it spicier, I can tell you that. See how it's getting a little low in idle? I don't know if it's turning when... Oh, what? Let's see. There we go. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to show you guys the gears. And then I'm going to probably go back home and see if this audio even works. So, sorry if it doesn't. But, yeah, I'm looking down a lot because you guys are mounted literally on my face. Pretty sure I only got to like... Yeah, I only got 4. peppy. Yeah, you see how it just turned off? I'm damn sure it's moving. This switch is moving. Well, I'm driving. It's just vibrating down. And so we're definitely going to have to adjust that. But let me check out the audio. Okay, sorry guys. So the audio did not work out very well on that one. But let's see. Let's get this thing in neutral. Let's see if it'll even start now. Yeah, see the idle's too low. And you could tell kind of in the video how far, like, hold on. On our way back, when I was going on, when we turned after the wheelie, it kind of bogged down a little bit. You can't really hear it, kind of. You can barely hear it, but I'm pretty sure that's when it started. It's so weird. How does it do that? Oh, sorry, you guys were just pointing straight at my face. Do you see this wheel right here? I'm pretty sure when it's vibrating, hitting the top and just moving down more and more and more. And so we definitely have to get a new intake thing. So good thing we got a new one on the way. And yeah, it worked out very well, if I could say so. I'll take my win here. And new oil. And so recently on this bike, a few weeks ago, like probably last week, I stripped it all down again. And I redid the whole harness. Because before you used to see a lot of wires over here hanging down and everything. And especially over here, you just saw all these exposed wires. But now I have it all in like the sock that they usually give you from factory. And I tucked the harness underneath the gas tank. And I could finally fit my hand in here, like underneath the gas tank. I still have to mount this because that's still free. But clean gas. Other than that, we have to get in one of these when they come back in stock. And that's it for this bike. And new suspension. Front suspension is terrible. I think I might have found an alternative for you guys for front suspension. But for now, I guess we won't know until I actually get it. But if it does work, I will put the XPRO guys on to a whole different game. Because the only bad thing about this bike is the front suspension. A lot of people have taken this on the track and everything, and the front suspension is just not it, especially with these bigger guys that are like 200 pounds. You're going to be bottoming out at every divot, which is ridiculous. But I've managed to make it work, especially with a low-powered bike. I just felt like it made me like a better rider because I'm riding with my brothers, my uncles, my cousins, and they all have KTM 300s. And they rip. They definitely rip. But you can see me. I'm on their ass. So, yeah. So that's probably going to be it for this one. And I hope you guys liked it. If you guys like more of the XPRO content, let me know because I definitely am interested in getting some other bikes. And if you guys want to know any more about this one, we are definitely going to be making some more videos about it. About both the bikes, actually. Sorry, I got something in my throat. And when we're on the trail, we can go take them out on the trail. You know, we can film it. I can get a GoPro. And all's will be good as well. S14 coming along very, very well. So if you guys want to see some of that content, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.